Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bear Stadium at UCA for today's Central Baptist College Baseball Senior Day festivities. At this time, we would like to recognize 16 seniors on the CBC baseball team. These 16 seniors have all made a significant impact in their time as Mustangs. We will begin with number 18, Josh Albert, today's Game 1 starter. Josh is a two-time All-AOC academic selection, and in 19 plate appearances and 15 starts, he has 5 wins, an ERA of 3.89, and a WHIP of 1.33 in 78 2/13, with 1 save and 76 strikeouts, while allowing a batting average of just 251. Josh also possesses one of 4 solo no-hitters in program history, which he achieved on February 9, 2024 against Dallas Christian. His positive lesson learned is that there is winning and there is learning, and his favorite memory was having his box fan in the hotel on the road. Josh will graduate in May with a degree in sports management. He's estimated by his mother, Helen. Today's Game 1 starter, Josh Albert. Josh, go for the month of the game. Next up is Grant Walker. Grant's lesson learned in his time as a Mustang is always trust in the Lord, and He will put you where you need to be. His favorite memory was being with the younger guys this season and trying to help them improve in any way possible. Grant will graduate in December with a degree in exercise science and is escorted today by his wife Maria and his mother and stepfather Amber and Dan McHugh. Senior Grant Walker. Next up will be Wyatt Woodall. Wyatt's positive lesson learned is God will always place you where you need to be and give you the opportunities you need. His favorite memory was giving his life to Christ at the annual spiritual retreat. Wyatt will graduate in December with a degree in middle-level education, focusing in math and science, and a minor in coaching. He is escorted today by his parents, Command Sergeant Major retired Alex and Carrie. Senior Wyatt Woodall. Next up is Heath Truitt. Heath's positive lesson learned is how to keep fighting through adversity, and his favorite memory was all the laughs he's had with his teammates on and off the field. Heath will graduate in May with a degree in business administration, and he is escorted today by his parents, Terry and Kim. Senior Heath Truitt. Senior is Logan McGuire. Logan's positive lesson learned is no matter how much planning you do, God already has your path set. Instead of worrying about your future, trust His process. His favorite memory was playing hacky sack before games. Logan will graduate in December with a degree in business administration, and he is escorted today by his parents, Jerry and Beth, and his girlfriend, Bronwyn Bay. Senior Logan McGuire. Next up is Tucker Kester. Tucker's positive lesson learned is no matter how hard things get or how tough they might seem, always keep working and trying your best. His favorite memory was hanging out with the guys on road trips. Tucker will Administration and is escorted by his parents, Kent and Jennifer. Senior and fellow Mount Plum bomber, Tucker Kester. Our next senior is number 7, Hunter Belton. Hunter has made 9 appearances and 4 starts this season, earning 1 win in 25 innings pitched with 31 strikeouts. The positive lesson he learned is that even if things don't work out your way, utilize those outcomes, learn from them, and use them to make yourself better. His favorite memory was hanging out with the guys in the hotel on road trips. Hunter will graduate in December with a degree in exercise science, and he's escorted today by his father Ben, brother Jake, and girlfriend Sarah Knowlton. Number 7, Hunter Belton. Next is number 0, Luis Ramos. Luis, a native of Panama, was a 2024 AMC All-Academic Team selection. His positive lesson learned is to work hard and give 100% in everything you do. His favorite memory was sharing with this group of guys and bonding with the team. Luis will graduate in December with a degree in Business Administration, and he's escorted today by his friends Kevin Koala and CBC alumnus Ruben Hernandez, and his coach from Panama, Gustavo Bello. From Panama, Luis Ramos. Next up is number 8, Brennan Dewey. Brennan was a 2024 AFC All-Academic Team selection and has been a two-way player his entire career, playing 70 games in the field with 27 runs scored, 2 doubles, 10 RBIs and 15 stolen bases, while also making 21 appearances on the mound with 2 starts, earning 2 wins and a save in 41 and 1/3 innings, while striking out 34 batters. Brennan's positive lesson learned is that there's always good and bad. His favorite memory was playing Mafia on the bus. Brennan will graduate in May with a degree in exercise science, and he is escorted today by his parents, Jeff and Paula. From Paulina, Louisiana, Brennan Dewey. Our next senior is number 11, Chet McDaniel. Chet was a 2024 AFC All-Academic Team selection, as well as a 2024 AFC All-Tournament Team selection. In 83 career games, he has scored 46 runs, posted a .303 batting average, with 13 doubles, 4 triples, 6 home runs, 44 RBIs, 24 walks, and 17 steals, with an OPS of 870. His positive lesson learned is that God has placed everyone at CBC for a reason. His favorite memory was the bus rides and staying in the hotel with the guys on road games. Chet will graduate in December with a degree in kinesiology, and he's escorted by his parents, Larry and Don. From Lewisburg, Mississippi, Chet McDaniel. Next up is number 6, Jackson Pope. Pope was a 2023 AFC All-Academic Team selection. He has made 43 appearances on the mound across 3 seasons with 10 starts, earning 8 wins and 6 saves, which is tied for the program record all time. In 126 career innings, he has 128 strikeouts, an ERA of 4.36, and a WHIP of 1.39, while also scoring a run as a pinch runner. His positive lesson learned is to put his trust in the Lord, because through him all things are possible. His favorite memory was last season's run to the tournament championship game and playing Mafia on the bus. Jackson will graduate in December and is escorted by his parents, Rick and Beth. From Sherwood, Jackson Pope. Next is number 13, Landon Hitchcock. Landon is a 2-time AFC All-Academic Team selection and a 2024 NAIA Adaptronics Scholar Athlete. In 39 career appearances and 34 2/3 career innings, he has 1 win, 1 save, and 29 strikeouts. His positive lesson learned is the importance of giving everything to the Lord and letting Him guide your life. His favorite memory was the night spent in hotels on the way Shane, and Julie. From Coweta, Oklahoma, Landon Hitchcock. Next up is number 23, Rhett James. Rhett was a 2023 AMC All-Academic Team Selection. In 22 career appearances and 5 starts, he's earned 2 wins in 40 innings with 32 strikeouts and a whip of 1.30. He has also scored 2 runs as a pinch runner. Rhett's most positive lesson learned was the importance of relationships and surrounding yourself with people who want the best for you. His favorite memory was battling and competing with his teammates. Rhett will graduate in May with a marketing degree and is escorted today by his parents, Lee and Locke. From Benton, Rhett James. Our next senior is number 34, Julio Escobar. Julio was a 2024 AFC All-Academic Team Selection and has 27 career appearances and 2 starts, earning 2 wins and 2 saves in 38 1/3 innings with 42 strikeouts. Julio's positive lesson learned is how to be flexible and adjust your approach. His favorite memory was every time they went to the AFC tournament. Julio will graduate in May with a degree in business administration and is escorted by his wife, Vanessa Mendoza, and his friend, Manuel Perez. From Barranquilla, Venezuela, Julio Escobar. Our first of 2 4-year seniors is number 24, Jackson Lindsay. In 51 career appearances and 2 starts, Jackson has earned 6 wins and 2 saves with 51 strikeouts and 61 1/3 innings. His positive lesson learned is to push through adversity no matter how hard it gets. His favorite memory was going to the conference championship game last year and road trips with all his buddies. Jackson will graduate in December with an education degree, and he plans on becoming a social studies teacher. He is escorted today by his parents Jason and Ashley and his siblings Jacob, Jonah, and Ada. From Bauxite, Jackson Lindsay. Last up is our Game 2 starter, number 21, Graham Middleton. Graham is a 3-time All-AFC Academic Team Selection, a 2024 NAI Adaptronics Scholar Athlete, a 2024 AMC First Team Selection, a 2024 AMC All-Tournament Team Selection, and a 2024 Natural State Baseball Honorable Mention Selection. In 53 career appearances and 39 starts, Graham has 15 wins, 4 complete games, 239 strikeouts and 215 innings, and a combined no-hitter with Jackson Pope on March 15th last season at William Woods. Graham ranks 4th all-time in appearances, 5th in wins, 1st in games started, 1st in innings pitched, 3rd in strikeouts, and has a career batting average against him of .270, while being the only pitcher ever to face over 1,000 batters in his career. His positive lesson learned is to make the most out of every situation, and his favorite memory was the mega bed on road trips. Graham will graduate in December with a degree in kinesiology sport management and is escorted today by his parents Lyle and Tracy and his sister Sydney. From Colombia, Graham Middleton. We have something special coming up for you here. Throwing out today's ceremonial first pitches will be outgoing CBC President Terry Kimbrough, who is retiring on May 15th after 31 years of service to CBC, with the final 18 years as president. Joining President Kimbrough will be Dr. Jeremy Langley, the Executive Vice President at CBC, who will become the President on May 15th upon President Kimbrough's retirement. With Dr. Langley are his wife Mary and their son Truett. Welcome Dr. Langley and his family to CBC with a big round of applause. Joining President Kimbrough and throwing out the first pitch will be CBC Athletic Director Lyle Middleton, who will be caught by his son, Grant. Something that Coach Middleton and Graham share in common is they both have a no-hitter. There we go. Let's have a round of applause again for the seniors and for these ceremonial first pitches today that were thrown. All right. Now that senior day is concluded, first pitch is still scheduled for noon.
Somebody said you. No. How are you? Good. Don't get to sit here.
No, I mean, I'll sit here and you just walk it on So their mic's right there too. He said that's for the ambient noise in the crowd. I'm just letting you know.
Microphone's right behind you. Yeah, pick it up. I can do a live stream.
He said they did not want to raise
Don't forget you got the crowd mic right behind you. You can hear real loud. Stay right there. Right behind you on that wall.
She's more behind the wall. And I know she's gonna cheer loud. Come on. I know you're gonna cheer loud, Mom.
Hello everybody, I'm Alex Douglas and we welcome you to CBC Baseball Senior Day version as this is game 1 of the day, game 3 of the series against Hannibal-LaGrange. Let's look at the stats here for Hannibal-LaGrange. Leading off in the batting average was Charlie Culp as he has a .373 average. 32 games he's played. He's also started all 32 games. He's had 102 at-bats, 18 runs, 38 hits, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, 27 RBIs, and he is slugging a .588 on the season. He's been walked 8 times, hit by a pitch by 4. 19 of them he has struck out, no ground outs, an on-base percentage of .439. When it comes down to his pitching, or his fielding, he's had 52 putouts, and has had 5 errors, and a fielding percentage of .951. Then Philip Isaac, he's hitting a .342 on the season. He's played 32 games and 30 games and started all 30 games. He's had 73 at-bats, 15 runs, 25 hits, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's slugging .548. He's been walked 18 times, hit by a pitch 9 times, struck out 27 times, and an on-base percentage of .520. In his fielding, he's had 157 putouts, 5 errors, and .971 fielding percentage. And Garcia Averia coming in at a .300 average. He has started 32 games and played all 32. 110 at-bats, 22 runs come across off of him. 23 hits, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 11 RBIs. He's slugging at .318 on the season. He's walked 11 times, hit by a pitch 4 times, struck out 17 times, and an on-base percentage of .384. He's also on fielding at 39 putouts on 74 attempts, 9 errors, and .926 on-base percentage. And then it was Ethan Eskew coming in with a .271 average. He's played 26 games and started all 26 games. He's had 70 at-bats, 11 runs he's come around to score, 19 hits, 4 doubles, no triples and no home runs, 5 RBIs, and slugging at .318. Excuse me. He is slugging .329. He has walked 3 times, hit by a pitch 1, 29 strikeouts, grounded into 1 double play, and on-base percentage of .311.
Good morning, baseball fans, and welcome to Bear Stadium at the University of Central Arkansas for the second doubleheader of the 4-game series between the visiting Trojans of Hannibal-LaGrange University and their Central Baptist College Mustangs. This is game 3 of 4. Let's meet the starting lineups first with the visiting Trojans. Moving off the shortstop, number 2, Leo Ibarra. Batting second, catcher, number 13, Cole Arndorfer. Batting third, the left fielder, number 5, Charlie Cole. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 44, Isaac Phillips. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 17, Noah Harris. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 19, Jackson Maxwell. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 8, Ethan Eskew. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 12, Dylan Garcia. playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Father God, thank you for allowing us to be here today to witness this baseball game between these two outstanding students. We want to thank you for the beautiful weather you've given us, and we ask that you would allow the players to play, the coaches to coach, and the umpires to officiate to the best of their abilities. In your name we pray. Amen.
And that was the playing of our national anthem there as we are getting ready for game number 1 of our 2 today. Umpires look like this. Behind the plate's going to be Steve Moore, Jay Moose, and Daryl Clemens will be in the field. So that's how they look like for this one. No complaints about the weather. Before we start, it's going to be a beautiful 63 degrees outside today. No complaints about that as they're getting ready as the umpire just checking the hands of the pitcher. And we'll be getting ready to get this one going. And no complaints here as we again welcome you as they're warming up back to some of the numbers here for Hannibal-LaGrange as we were looking at Cole Andorf coming in with a 247 average. Has played a total of 28 games, started 25 games, has had 73 at-bats, 3 runs, 18 hits, 3 doubles, 7 RBIs, and is slugging a total of 288 on the season. He has been walked 9 times, hit by a pitch 7 times, struck out 23 times, and an on-base percentage of .378. In the field, he is at 75 putouts, 7 attempts, 1 error, and a .988 fielding percentage. Bradshaw Tanner coming in at a .235 average. Has played 24 games, 22 of them he has started. He's had a total of 51 at-bats, 1 time coming around to score, 12 hits, no doubles, no triples, no home runs. He's had 2 RBIs, and he's slugging .235 on the year. He's had 13 walks, 2 hit-by pitches, 12 strikeouts, grounded in 1 double play, and on-base percentage of .409. He's had a total of 33 putouts. He's had 1 error and a .974 fielding percentage. Then it was Keenan Tollison hitting a .213 average on the season.
Shortstop, Leo Guevara.
Leo Guevara will be leading us off here. They are in their red uniform with blue helmet and blue hats and blue numbers and gray pants. CBC in their all baby blue uniform for today's game with a blue stripe down the side of the pants. Well, here it goes. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ball. First pitch is at 12:02 for this first game of today's doubleheader. Looking in now is Albert. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throws over, tosses over to first for an easy out number 1. A 1-3 ground out.
Catcher Cole Ondorfer.
Ondorfer coming up to bat here. He's behind the plate in this game today. He's coming into today's game hitting a 247 average on the season. And he's slugging 288 for the year. Here's the first pitch. Fouls that one straight back. Count now is no balls and 1 strike. Beautiful field here at Bear Stadium. Dimensions of Bear Stadium, 330 down the left field line, 370 in left, 400 and straightaway center. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball just misses there. 370 in right and 310 down the right field line here at the stadium. That's how the dimensions look here. Pitcher back into the batter back in the batter's box. Here comes the 1-1, the pitch. Try, catches the corner there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1 out was a ground out by the shortstop to the pitcher who threw it over to first. 1-2 count here. Here's the pitch. Ball up high and away. Count now is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Right fielder switched over to the left. Center fielder over to the right-hand side. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Catcher's going to go back for it, and the catcher has got it for out number 2. So he flies that behind the plate to the catcher.
Left fielder, Charlie Culp.
Charlie Culp coming in. He's hitting so far this year, he's hitting a 373 average and 102 at bats. 18 times come around to hit, 38 hits, and 8 doubles. 8 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, and slugging 588 on the season, and 27 RBIs is how his season looks so far. Time was called. Albert had to get his shoe retied here. 2 up, 2 down so far in this inning. Ball just misses there. It was a ground out and a fly out. Albert looking in. Coming up on his 8th pitch now. Here's the pitch. Pops that one up. It's fouled away. Count now is 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 away. Steps off the mound for second. Now back on. Looks in first sign. He's got it. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. Count now is 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 away here. Playing deep in the infield is short and second base on the artificial grass behind the dirt. And a ball just misses there. Count is 3 balls and a strike here. Shortstop switching over a little bit to the left-hand side here towards third base. Here's the 3-1, the pitch, and a foul ball. Then that will go out of play there on the first base side into the grass field over there between the stadium and the Fair Center. Time being called here. Time is back in now. Looks in first sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he's strike out there. And 3 up, 3 down. We played half an inning. Still no score. here at the ballpark, as right now they're warming up the pitcher here. As you'll have a few more pitches here. And the pitcher for them is Andrew Arness, coming in as a 2-6 record. 10th appearance he'll be coming in. And he has started 7 games. And no complete games. 40 1/3 innings. And has struck out a total of 10 and walked 17. George Stasio coming into the game is averaging 298 this year, OBP of 379 and slugging 389 in this year's baseball. 42nd game he's played so far. Here's the pitch, ground ball right through the middle, and they'll start us off with a leadoff single as he will hold up at first base.
Second baseman, Ryan Daphne.
Ryan Daphne's coming in. He's a redshirt junior. He's 42nd game he's now in. He's had 132 at-bats, 32 times come around to score, 51 hits, 12 doubles, 7 home runs, and slugging 488. Slugging 636 and 386 is his average so far this year. Over to first, runner back in time. Has not thrown a pitch to him at this bat. Outfield, the right fielder shifted over to the left, same with the center fielder. Here's the pitch. Ball. Just misses there. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes here to the batter. And Duffney. Runner leads off again, a few steps. Looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. Takes strike 1. No, 1 ball, 1 strike here. Main court, and if he reaches Prince is what is going on now. Checks the runner over to first. Throws over to first, runner back in time. Steps back onto the mound here. Checks the runner again. Looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. Ball almost hitting the batter there. And he almost hit him there. That would have been so far. And actually, we don't have that stat in front of us. And hit by pitches. Looking in. Here's the pitch. The runner now going over to second. Strike was called. Runner is out. Out at second. A strike there. So he's caught looking at the strike on that play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 1 away on the caught stealing. Now looking in is the pitcher again. He's got his sign. Here's the pitch. And a blooper that bounces just short and gets down. So a single there. Puts him over at first.
Catcher, Braden
Mayencourt coming in, redshirt junior. This is his 39th game so far this season. 117 at bats. 15 runs come across. He's coming around to score. 46 hits. 11 doubles. 5 home runs. And 42 RBIs for him. Runner over first now. And a ball just misses there. Excuse me, called a strike there. No balls and a strike. Mayencourt coming in at a 393 average and slugging 615 for the year. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher right back onto the mound again. Batter back in. He does not wear any batting gloves, is the hitter now. Looks in, has his sign, checks it again. Here's the pitch. Ball outside that time. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. One ball, 2 strikes now to him. Looking in, here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Pitcher now comes back, looks for a sign. Checks the runner again at first. He's got his sign. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out that time. So then Court gets down on the strikes. That's his first strike of the day. Aaron Prince coming in. Redshirt sophomore. This will be his 41st game started. 127 at bats. 18 runs he's coming to score. 39 hits. 7 doubles. 1 triple and 2 home runs so far. The pitch fouls that one away. Now 0-1 to Prince. Average is 307, 364 OBP, and 425 slugging. And he has had a total of 21 RBIs on the season. Looking in, he's got his sign. Here's the pitch, and a ball just outside there. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Runner leads off again, a few steps. Looks in. Throw to first, runner back in time. Definitely over at first. 2 away. First out was the leadoff hitter getting caught stealing. Second was main court striking out. Throw over to first, runner is back in time. Struck out by swinging. Runner leads a few more steps. Checks the runner 1 more time. Looks in. Got a sign. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops it up. Looks like it's going towards the center fielder. Center fielder has it for the 3rd out. So there are no runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We've now played 1 full inning and still no score. Back here now at the ballpark, as we look at the lineup for Hannibal-LaGrange, it will go Phillips, Harris, Maxwell for the top 3. And if any of them reach, Askew will be the 4th batter at plate here.
The first baseman, Isaac Phillips.
Isaac Phillips is coming up to bat here. And he's 2nd highest on the average for the team, and the average of 342 on the season. He's played 30 games coming into the game. He started all 30, 73 at-bats. Looking back here, this will be his 14th pitch here. There's the pitch. Right, called right there in the corner of the plate. No balls, 1 strike to the batter here. Looks in. Here's the pitch, the 0-1. Ground ball, that's going to go foul towards the CBC dugout on the 3rd base side. Very slight wind in the outfield. Flag is almost still. Here comes the 0-2 to the batter. Here's the pitch. Ball all the way to the backstop. No harm as nobody was on board. Time for a second as they retreat the baseball that was foul tipped. So it's going to be now again 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter. Here's the pitch to Phillips. Swing and a miss. Gets off from the catcher, but he'll be able to throw over to first in time. So he strikes him out, throws him out that time.
Designated hitter, Noah Harris.
Harris now up to bat. If you're scoring that one at home, that is going to be a K and then 2 to 3 on that one. Harris is the DH today. Harris is hitting .236 on the season. Has had 23 games played out. Pop fly going and dropping short of the center fielder for a 1-out single for Harris. Maxwell coming up to bat. And Maxwell this year is hitting .182, 24 games played, 23 games started, 66 at bats, 6 times come around to score, 12 hits, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, no home runs, and slugging .227. Looking in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. Ball way outside, almost in the back of the leg of the hitter that time. Black coming in today. He's on the mound. Time for second. Checks the runner over at first again. Runner leads off by a few steps. Here's the pitch. Checks. Does he check his swing? And no. No, according to Steve Moore, the home plate umpire. Didn't even have to ask for an appeal from either of the umpires in the field. Looks in. Got a sign. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off over towards the fair center. 2 balls and a strike. Fair center being the basketball right here at UCA, just over towards the first base side. Runner leads off a few steps here. Looks in. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He drops it for a second, but has enough time to toss it over to first for the 1-3 ground out. And Harris goes to second off of that. Askew now up to bat next. And he's hitting .271 on the season. 11 times coming around to score, 19 hits, 4 doubles, no home runs, 5 RBIs, and slugging at .318 on the year. Looking in, checks the runner, get it second. Here's the pitch. Ball outside that time, 1-0 to him. Askew has also walked 3 times, hit by a pitch once, and struck out 29 times, and on-base percentage of .311 on the year. Looking in, checks the runner again at second base. Here's the pitch. Ball just a little low to the catcher that time. No complaints again about the weather. Beautiful day for baseball. Winds now shifting from right to left field now. You can see it on the large American flag just beyond center field on the flag / cell tower. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. The third baseman has it. Throws over to first. And there's the third out to end the inning. No run on the hit, 1 left on, and no errors. We've now played a total of 1.5 still, no score. to Bear Stadium as we welcome you to the bottom half of the second, where the score still is tied at 0-0. And here's how the CBC batters look. It's going to be Harden, Fitz, and Duhay. That's how they will look up. And Cam Harden is coming in. He has had 38 games, 45 at-bats, 24 times to come around to score, 15 hits, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs, 10 walks. Ball misses just there. His average is 333 on the year, OBP 464, and he's slugging 400 for the season. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, gets past into the outfield, rolls all the way towards the center fielder. Harden's going to try to make his way to second, but he'll hold up at first, and he will have a leadoff single to lead us off.
The left fielder,
Fitz coming up to bat here. Fitz is a junior. Usually he's known as a utility man. 44th game coming in. He's had 43 of them. 138 at bats so far this year. 34 times come around to score. 43 hits. And 22 RBIs. Runner back in plenty of time. 312 on the average. OBP is 386 and 341 for slugging. Looking in. He's got a sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. This one's going to go over to the shortstop. Only choice he has now to throw over to first, and he beats the throw. And that will be an infield single that time for Fitz.
shortstop, Brandon Dewey.
Dewey now coming in. Yesterday he pitched. Dewey is at 27 games so far, 30 at bats, 11 times coming around to score, 5 hits. Runners now on at first and second base. Looking in, checks the runner over at second behind him. Here's the pitch. Right, catches the corner there. Checks the runner again over at second base. Just joining us, bottom of the second, still no score. Runners on at first and second, and there is nobody out. Bear Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Arkansas in Conway. The pitch, there's the bunt. Gets down, a perfect bunt there, throws over to first. Runner is out at first, but the sacrifice moves 2 runners up. Fitz over to second, and Harden over to third.
The first baseman, Jackson Kirkham.
Kirkham coming up to bat here. He's playing at first today. Runners are over at second and third. A sacrifice fly here could get the runner home from third. Looks in, checks the runner again at third. Here's the pitch. Ball a little low that time. 1 ball, no strikes. Batter steps back in. Checks it again. Has a sign. Looks in. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops it up. That's going to go. Oh, off of the glove. Off of the center fielder. A run will come around to score, and to hold the runner over at third. And Harden will come around to score for the first run.
The center fielder, Chad Daniel.
Daniel now coming up to bat. Well, there was a single on that one. Daniel playing center field will go to the top of the order again. After this one, McDaniel has played 40 games so far, 110 at bats, 21 hits. 21 runs, 33 hits with the season. 6 doubles, and a ball that misses there. 2 triples, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's hitting a 300 average, 386 OBP, or 389, and 473 on base percentage so far for the year for him. Looking up, here's the pitch. And strike being called there. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the batter. Tasio is on deck, and if he reaches, Dufresne will come in. Looks in, runners now on at second and third. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. Count now is again 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And looking in, he's got a sign he likes. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, he pops that one up, going towards the center fielder. Center fielder has it for the out, and the runners will tag up. So he'll get the RBI on the sacrifice fly to center. As McDaniel does his job. And Estacio coming in. And Fitz will come in to score off of that. He's coming in 1 for 1, but then he was caught stealing last time as well. Runner over at third now. Here's the pitch. Ball misses there, or strike, excuse me. 0-1 count. Wilson has a sign. Ground ball that gets through, and that's to be fair. And run will come across to score. They're moving him on over to second, and he is going around to second. He's being told to hold by Coach Brister at third, and a double there. He is 2 for 2. And the pitching coach now coming to visit. A big hit that time, as he's now 2 for 2. Daphne and then Maitencourt if he reaches. 2 outs here in the second inning of play. If you're just joining us, it's been a good game so far. It's 3-run inning so far for CBC. 3-0. Pitching coach now making his way back over to the dugout for a second. Steve Moore just informing us that it's his first pitching, his mound visit for the inning.
The second baseman, Ryan Daphne.
Daphne coming up to bat. He singled last time.
Just like last night, Ryan. Come on.
So runner over at second base. Looks in. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 1 ball, no strikes. CBC softball playing over at Stevens today for their doubleheader. Looks in. Checks the runner over at second again. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses outside there. Count now is 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 away. Runner leads off a few steps here. Checks again. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Foul, tips it there. Time for a second here. As there's delay for a second here. There's now also the head coach and the catcher talking things over. And it looks like we'll resume action now. So we're going to resume action here as we had a pause in action. 2-1 count. Pitch. Right, get to the plate there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner leads off again over at second by a few steps. Looks in for a sign. Checks it again. The pitch. Ground ball that gets through. And a run will come around to score. And a RBI single here. And so the run will come around to score that time.
The catcher,
Vaincourt coming up. He struck out last time. Runner over at first. Dabney off of the RBI single. That will be his 38th RBI for the year. Pitch it right to the corner for a strike. Now he looks in for a sign. Checks the runner again over at first. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Coming towards it's going to be the left fielder. And he has it for the third out. But not until a total of 4 runs come across on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And we've now played a total of 2 fulls. CBC 4, Hannibal-LaGrange nothing. Here at our broadcast as it's CBC up 3-0. It's going to be, here's the umpire's position at first base is going to be Steve Moore. Jay Moose is behind the plate. Daryl Clemens is going to be at third base. So we're coming up now to that here. Is going to be Garcia, Tolleson, and then Ibarra at the top of the order, and Andorf if either of those any of those reach here. Looks in, here's the sign, here's the pitch. Ball just a little bit high there. 1 ball, no strikes. Welcome you again to Bear Stadium. CBC scoring 4 runs in the last inning. That's our difference in the runs. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss there. And it's going to be 1-1. CBC 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. While Hannibal-LaGrange has no runs off of 1 hit, no errors. Looks in, as a sign. Ball just misses there. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there as well. 3-0. Both teams having only 1 runner left on board so far. And that's how it looks so far for both sides. Looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there. Big whiff on that one. Count is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. He's the leadoff man. Tolleson is on deck, and then Ibarra after that. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out that time. And that is a total of 3 strikeouts so far for him.
Right fielder, Kenyon Collison.
Collison now, the right fielder coming up. Tollison is hitting a .213 on the average. He's played 31 games, 75 at bats, 11 RBIs, 11 runs he scored, coming across, 16 hits, 4 doubles, and 4 RBIs. He's slugging .267.
Shortstop, Leo Ibarra.
And Ibarra now coming up to bat. And Ibarra is coming in 0 for 1 today, or 0 for 1 today as he grounded out to the pitcher. Runner leads off a few steps there over first. Looks in, here's the bunt. Pulls it back, a ball will be called there. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner at first getting on due to a hit by a pitch here, as we're here in the 3rd inning of play. Looks in, has a sign. There's the pitch. Goes over to first, and runner's back in time. Ball there. 2 balls, no strikes. And Hannibal-LaGrange already warming someone up in the pen there. They're over there on the first base side. Nobody in CBC's pen over on the 3rd base side.
I thought that he was.
Checks the sign again. Here's the pitch. Ball misses there. 3 balls and no strikes. Time by the pitcher for just a second. He reties the shoe. Runner over at first. A few steps over. Pitcher's got a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball. Actually, no, a strike being called. Strike was being called by Jay Moose behind the plate. As I was thinking that was a ball as well for a second. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. And he'll walk him. He will walk him there. And got Guyton coming at the pitching coach to have a discussion there. The walk and hit by pitch and walk here. As he's just trying to get him to keep calm and stay focused here. As again, this is the first game of 2 today, game 3 out of 4. This will be the final home series on the year. And they'll be at Williams Baptist in Walnut Ridge against the Eagles. CBC coming into today's games 23-20 overall, 19-11 in conference, 14-13 at home, and on the road 9-6 and 0-1 and neutral site locations. While Hannibal-LaGrange is coming in at 7-25 overall, 6-24 in conference. At 3-5 at home. On the road, they're 4-20 and has not had any neutral site location games this year. That's how all that will look.
Catcher, Cole Arndorf.
Arndorf now coming up to bat. He flew out last time to the catcher. One catcher flying out to the other catcher last time he was up at the bat. Looks in. Here's a sign. Here's the ball that gets passed. Catcher picks it off the backstop. So now the runners are moving up to 2nd and 3rd due to the bad pass ball. And now this may be an opportunity to take away the bunt signal. as the threat for the double play has now been eliminated with the pass ball. Oh, excuse me, on the wild pitch. The pitch. Ground ball, fouls it off. New baseball being thrown in by Jay Moose behind the plate. 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Expecting him a bit more towards the left-hand side as both the right fielder and the center fielder are swung to the left. Even the left fielder slightly swung to the left-hand side. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there. And this now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to the catcher. Playing back as the center in the infield is going to be the shortstop, as he's on the artificial grass that goes right before it goes into the outfield. There's the pitch. High fly ball, pops it up, drops it just short. 1 run will come across the score. Here comes 2 runs across the score, and he is safe. So 2 runs come across the score on that. Coming home to score is Tolleson, and also coming home is Abira. And
Running at first base, number 10, rookie
he will get on at first.
the left fielder, Charlie Cole.
Zeta will be running over at first now. Zeta is coming in as he has at 5 stolen base attempts. He has at one time caught stealing and has an .833 stolen base attempt percentage. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up, going back towards the edge of the wall, and drops just short of the on the warning track. Ball's thrown in. 1 run will come across the score. Runner coming around to third, and he will hold up and he'll score. One will score there. Endorf will score, or the Zeta will score on that one.
First baseman, Isaac Phillips.
And Club will get the triple there with the RBI. Phillips coming up now to bat. He has struck out and was thrown out. Struck out and then thrown out at first when the ball got away. Looking over at CBC's bullpen, looks like they have a barrel action right now. It's 2 pitchers starting to warm up. There's the pitch. Foul tips it there. Here's the pitch here. Fouls that one away. No balls and 2 strikes here. Looks in for a sign. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one away. Stays alive at no balls and 2 strikes. One of them is Landon Hitchcock's warming up now for CBC in the pen. Here's the pitch. Does he check his swing? Yes, he does. Strikes him out that time. And that was Steve Moore ringing him up there on the strike. Phillips, that's his 2nd strikeout of the day so far. It's his 4th. Harris is coming up. He's 1 for 1 today. As he singled last time. High fly ball. He pops that one up. And there's the out to center to end the inning. But a total of 3 runs with 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've now played a total of 2.5. It's CBC 4, Harris, or Hannibal-LaGrange 3. update from CBC's softball as they're up 2-0 at Stevens going into the bottom of the 5th as they're at Stevens. There's a throw over to second, so we're getting ready here to start us off here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Aaron Prince now coming up to bat. Prince last time is 0 for 1 as he flew out over to the center fielder. It's going to be Prince, Harden, and Fitz to start off here. As we again welcome you here, it's a competitive game this game, 4-3 CBC. As CBC scored 4 in the second. Hannibal-LaGrange scored 3. High fly ball, pops that up, going back, it's gone! A home run to lead off here for Prince. And a big shot there as it's now 5-3 CBC. And for Prince, that's only his second home run of the season. So a home run there. And Harden singled and then later on scored last inning of play. There's the pitch, ball there. And great power behind that home run as there is hardly any wind, at least showing here on the center field flag and the trees there. Here's the pitch, high fly ball. He pops that one up, and the center fielder will grab it for out number 1.
The left fielder,
Fitz coming up to bat here today as he singled and later on scored last inning. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Strike being called there. No balls and 1 strike here. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the pitch, a high fly ball, pops that one out of play, going over towards the Fair Center on the first base side. Bear Stadium here on the campus of the University of Central Arkansas in Conway. Game 3 of 4 games in this weekend series. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. There's the shortstop, has it, throws over to first, and in time for out number 2. So a 6-3. Now coming up to bat. He had the sacrifice last time, so it did not account against him or for him. So he's 0 for 0 for the game after that. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the ball that goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Drive being called there, takes it for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 2 balls and a strike here and 2 away. Nobody on. 1 run has already come home to score on Prince's home run. There's the pitch. Fouls that one straight back and hits the netting. There's netting around from almost dugout to dugout, so all the stands are protected. The ones especially right there in front of, right behind the backstop. Looks in. There's the pitch. Fouls that one away. Some of the stands are in the shade, some are out in the sun. No complaints about the weather today. Right now it is 66 degrees. A high fly ball, he will pop that one. That one should be out of play there, and it is. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 away now. As we're back here at Bear Stadium. Small crowd today, but still a nice day to sit out and watch some baseball. Here's a high fly ball. He pops it up. Going back is going to be the shortstop, but this time he's going to make way to the left fielder. And a diving play there. Great job there by the left fielder. But 1 run on the inning off the home run, and no errors, no one left on. And we'll now go to the 4th, where the score is CBC 5 to Hannibal-LaGrange 3. Here to more action here as we go now to the top half of the 4th. We're in CBC 5 and Hannibal-LaGrange 3. And this is the first game of the doubleheader. So far, around 54 minutes this game is taking place as we're here now going into the 4th inning. Because the first pitch I have here as 12:02 today.
Leading off the top of the 4th, excuse me, for Hannibal-LaGrange. The second baseman, Jackson Maxwell.
Maxwell coming up to bat here as he grounded out to the pitcher last time. He's 0 for 1. He'll step up. Looks in, he's got a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball that misses right there. That's 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes to the batter. Here's the 1-0, the pitch. Ball misses there as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball that got away there. And 3 balls and no strikes. Time for just a second. Baseball was examined and put back in the home plate umpire's pouch. Looks in, has a sign, the pitch. Ball as he walks him on 4 straight ones that time.
Center fielder, Ethan Askew.
Askew now coming up to bat. He grounded out last time over to third. He's 0 for 1. One still throwing in the bullpen for CBC, and nobody over for Hannibal-LaGrange. Looks in. As a sign, here's the pitch. There's the bunt. A high bunt that time. Oh, off the glove of that's the third baseman there. Over to first, and way overthrown that time. Run over now. Runners are on the corner. And the runners now will advance, 1st and 3rd. There was an error on that play. It was to the pitcher at the time.
Third baseman, Dylan Garcia.
Garcia coming back up to bat. He has struck out once today. Garcia back in there. He has a sign. Looks in. That's what he has. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one almost into the dugout for CBC. It hit that netting that's right there in front of it. The short net there that the players all like to lean up against in the dugouts on both sides are doing that. Looks in. has his sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman has it. Throws home. And the runner at home is going to be tagged out that time. So he's tagged out.
Right fielder, Kenyon Thompson.
Tollison now up to bat. He was hit by a pitch and later on scored. Runner over at first and second now, with one away on the fielder's choice, as he was tagged at home, as he eliminated the chance for the run there. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses low there. 1 ball, no strikes here. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 away. Runners on at first and second as we're in the top half of the 4th inning of play. Looks in, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Going back to the first baseman, and it just missed his glove. And he jumped over the wall, but the wall's a very short wall there in foul territory. Both sides had a short wall into foul territory here at the ballpark. Over on the first base, the wall's pretty straight, and then over on the third base, it curves out past the dugout. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Shakes off the sign. Has a sign. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. And a ball just misses that time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Batter back into the box here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. On that one, it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes and 1 away. Runners on at first and second. Runner leads off a little bit. The runner this time at first is behind the fielder. Fielder's playing real shallow there. And behind the runner is the shortstop, watching the runner at second. Looks in. There's the pitch. Kind of checks the swing, but it's going to be a ball. And he appeals over to first, and the first base umpire says he did not go. Over and Steve Moore. Looks in. Runner over at second, has about a couple step lead. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. The center fielder's going to call for it. He's got it. And he's going to be thrown over to third, and he is out of there for the double play. A double play there to end the inning. So a total of 1 run came, or no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. As we've now played a total of 3.5. It's CBC 5, Hannibal-LaGrange 3. bottom of the fourth as they throw over to first, second base, and Kirchhoff coming up to bat here. And he's 1 for 1 today as he doubled back in the second inning. Kirchhoff, McDaniel, and then back to Asasio at the top of the order here. Looks in now for his side. Here's the pitch. Ball almost hitting him that time. 1-0 count here. Wind is blowing out to the outfield here. Out to a little bit to the left field. Here's the pitch. The ball misses there. Looks in. Batter back to the batter's box here. Looks for a sign. 2-0 count. High fly ball. He pops that one up, and that's going to be out of play down the third base side. Count now is 2 balls, one strike. Nobody out on the leadoff man. Looks in. Has a sign, the pitch. Takes the strike 2 now. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And nobody out here. Looks in. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the batter. Looks in. There's the pitch, ground ball. Goes to the third baseman, throws over to first in time for out number 1 that time.
The center fielder, Chad McDaniel.
McDaniel's coming in. He had the sacrifice last time. As he steps up to the plate now. He looks in. Here's the pitch. Foul tip for second. Time is to be called here. It looks like the head coach there just checking on his catcher for a second. And now discussing with him. Now talking to the home plate umpire here and Jay Moose. And is heading back to the dugout for a second. Heading back to the dugout. Puts his gear mask back on. And plays into the action. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball that gets down and sliding attempt there. Over to first, and that is going to make it over to first without much problem.
The designated hitter, George Astasio.
Astasio now up to bat. He's 2 for 2 today. And that was a single there by McDaniel. That would have been a tough throw. Runner over at first now. Astasio has singled and also doubled. He's halfway through to hitting the cycle so far in today's game. Looks in. Checks the runner at first base. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Going deep all the way to the wall. Bounces up high off the wall. Runner's being told to go around third. He'll hold the runner up at second. Throw home. Throw to second, and he's in between, and he is out at second, but a run does come across to score. So the RBI there. And then McDaniel comes around to score there.
The second baseman, Ryan Doffney.
Ryan Doffney now at the bat, as he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. One ball and no strikes to him. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ball that misses there. 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes to him. 2 away. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning of play. Looks in. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And he walks him on 4 straight balls. And a pitching mound visit here in this bottom half of the 4th inning of play, as he has already given up a walk and an RBI and 2 hits so far today in this inning here. One warming up in the mound here, or one warming up in the bullpen here for Hannibal-LaGrange. Just try to give him some more time. Looking over at the CBC bullpen, there's a catcher that's down, but he's not throwing. No one's throwing to him yet. And so the conversation is broken up now.
The catcher,
Main court is 0 for 2 today. He struck out and he flew out to left. Runner over at first has a few steps to lead off here. 2 outs. Checks the runner to first. Comes back. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Runner going to second. Swing and a miss there. Throw to second. Runner is safe at second. Ball gets away, but the runner will hold up there as it just had the fielder right there pretty close to it. So a stolen base there. Daphne steps back up. Runner leads off a few steps there. Steps back in. Has his sign. Checks the runner again at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Runner at second. Stole second pretty easily.
That basically means
Looks in. Shakes it off again. Has his sign now. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball that gets through. And he's going to send the runner home. Throws towards the infield. Runner's safe at home without a throw to the plate. Daphne will score off of that one. Bencourt will hit the single. And Rodriguez coming in to run. And Prince now coming in to have the at-bat. Prince flew out in last at-bat. He had his home run. That was his 2nd of the year so far for Prince. So there it is. Runner over at first is Rodriguez, subbing out for Bencourt. Here's the pitch. Drive, we call it there. No balls and a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Checks the runner again at first. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one straight back towards the stands and the parking lot here. Right behind us is also parking lot for the Fair Center. Looks in, checks the runner over at first base. Here's the pitch. Ball misses there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. And the bottom half of the 4th inning of play. Throws over to first, runner back in time. Runner leads off a few steps over at first base now. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Looks like calling for it's going to be the second baseman in the outfield. He's got it for the third out too.
2 runs on
In the
3
inning.
hits. No
2
errors,
runs
runner
off of
left.
3 hits.
For the Mustangs.
No errors and a runner left.
We enter the 5th inning.
And now we've got our score after 4, CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 3.
Number 7, Hunter Belkin.
Back in with the new pitcher, Hunter Belton for CBC. This will be his 10th appearance now. He has started 4 games so far, has a record of 1 win, 3 losses, no saves, no complete games, has had a total of 25 innings pitched, had 25 hits, had 16 runs come across the score, has had a total of 15 earned runs, 10 walks, 31 strikeouts. He's averaging 11.16 strikeouts per inning. He's given up 6 home runs, and he's got a 5.40 ERA, and his walks, hits, innings pitched is 1.40 on the year. That's how Hunter Belton looks. As we have now officially closed the book on the starter for CBC. And now we're going over here to start us off. As I've got it here. Should be Maxwell here. Excuse me, Abera looks like he'll be starting off here for the 5th inning of play, as he is 0 for 1 as he struck out and was walked. So again, that will close off for the starter for CBC, as we glad you could join us here on Senior Day, game 1 of 2 for today, and game 3 of 4 for the series. Looks in. Here's the pitch. And a ball just misses there. 1 ball, no strikes here. Here's the pitch. Dry, kept to the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. It's 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Ball that gets down. The count is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. He fouls that one away as well. And into the CBC dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top half of the 5th inning of play. Vera now. There's the pitch to Abera, and a swinging foul that time, so count still stays alive at 3-2. Abera Endorf of the first 2 of this inning. Nobody warming up over in Hannibal-LaGrange bullpen, nor in CBC bullpen. Here's the 3-2, the pitch, ground ball, and the shortstop's going to grab it, throw over to first, but it's going to be an infield single that time. And he will get the infield single. That would have been a tough grab. Cole Ondorfer coming up to bat. He's 1 for 2 today. as he's flown out to the catcher and singled and later on scored. Steps back in. Also had the RBI. Check the runner over first. Here's the pitch. Here's the bunt. Ball's going to be considered as should be called for a strike. So no balls and a strike. Okay. Runner is called the pass ball, but the runner does advance. Runner has a few steps off. Pitcher steps off for a second. Steps back onto the rubber. A few steps there for the second baseman. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner over at first. Advanced on second after the strike and pass ball. More than likely you're going to not see a bunt being called here as the runner is now on to the second. Here's the pitch. Drive being called there. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner over at second base. Steps back onto the mound here. Runner leads off again by a few steps. Checks off the sign. Waiting for him to have a sign he likes. Still trying to get a sign. He's got it now. 1-2 count. The pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. And the center fielder has it for the out. On F8 that time.
Left fielder, Charlie Culp.
Culp now coming up to bat. He has struck out and also tripled. And so he's 1 for 2 for the day. Culp will step into the batter's box here. Runner over at second. He's off by a few steps, 1 away off the strikeout. The pitch. All right, being called, excuse me, by the pop fly. No balls and a strike now. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 away. Looks in, he's got his sign. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss that time. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Looking in, finds, looks for a sign. There's the pitch. Fouls that one off. And the count remains 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here. Still only 1 away. He steps back in. First pitch he sees he likes. Checks the runner over at second base. Here's the pitch. Ball that gets away. Runner going to third. Bounces it to the third baseman, but he will advance anyway. Bear now over to third base. Still. Wild pitch there will move the runner. He's 90 feet away. A sacrifice fly will bring him home. 4-run lead now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout right there. That will be his first strikeout of the day. Phillips coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2. He struck out twice so far. He struck out the first time, and it was thrown out at first. He's so far wearing the collar today. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 2 away. Runner at third. with the 2 outs, it eliminates the sacrifice fly here. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Gets to the diving attempt to the shortstop, but the run will come across the score, so he will get an RBI single that time. Now Harris is going to be coming up to bat here.
Designated hitter, Noah Harris.
Harris is 1 for 2 today, as he singled and then flew out to center last time. And this will be strike 1 being called there as he had the take sign. No balls and a strike. Runner now over first, leads off by a few steps here. Looks in. At the side. Ground ball. The shortstop will get it off the bounce. Throws over to first, and he is able to tag the runner out. So a total of 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on board. We've now played a total of 4.5. It's CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 4.
The presidents really like baseball. Stood up between the 17 and everyone else stood up because the president was saying.
Second base, and we get to start the next inning. It's going to be leading off will be Harden, Fitz, and then it's going to be Duhay. If they reach, it will be Kirchhoff. And Harden so far is coming in with a 1 for 2 today, as he had a single later on scored and it flew out to center last time for Harden. That's how his day looks so far to here. And he now steps back into the batter's box here. I'll give you an update from the CBC softball after this pitch here. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Foul tips it there. CBC beating Stevens in game 1, 11-1. It took 6 innings as the game was finished with the mercy rule with a 10-run lead difference after 5. Here's the pitch to Harden. Ball up high. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Looking in. Here's the pitch. Foul tips it there. He looks in. Has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That's going to go over to the shortstop. He has it. Throws over to first. And he is out at first as his foot stayed on the bag that time.
The left fielder, Garrett Fitz.
Fitz coming up to bat today, 1 for 2. He singled and later on scored the first at bat. Then he grounded out to the shortstop last time. It's 1 for 2. Looking in for a sign. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops it up. Going back towards it is the center fielder. Center fielder has it for out number 2. So F8 if you scored that one.
Shortstop, Brandon Dewey.
Brandon Dewey Duhay, the shortstop today, 0 for 1. He flew out the last time, flew out to left, and had the sacrifice. It's going to be Duhay, and then on deck is going to be Kirchhoff, and then McDaniel, if either of them reaches. Here's the pitch. Strike being called there. No balls and a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ground out to short and then also a fly out to center here for him. Here's the pitch. Ground ball that gets through, so a 2-out single that time for Duhay.
The first baseman, Jackson Kirchhoff.
Kirchhoff coming up to bat now. He is 1 for 2. He doubled and was stranded at third, and he also grounded out to the third baseman last time. 75 pitches coming up here with their starting pitcher before this at bat, but nobody warming up in the pen yet. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the pitch. Ball into the other batter box. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes to the batter here. McDaniel's on deck here, if he reaches here. Looks in, throws over to first, runner back in time under the tag. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Kirchhoff off the, looking for the sign from Coach Brister, who's the third base coach in this case, steps back in. Looks in, checks for sign. Here's the pitch, runner going to second. Ball that time, throws over the head almost to the second base, and runner back in plenty of time. 2 balls, no strikes here to Kirchhoff. On deck again is McDaniel. Steps back in. Both his feet are almost to the edge of the batter's box here. Checks the runner again. The pitch. Ground ball. That's going to be foul that time down the third base side. Count now is 2 balls and a strike. A few people standing on the third base wall over there, and a few with their chairs and over on the first base side. One leaning against the wall there. Checks the runner over at second now. Checks him again. Here's the pitch. Ball misses high that time. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As we're here in the bottom half of the 5th inning of play. CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 4. Looks in, checks the sign again. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Second baseman dives for it, has it, throws over to first for out number 3. There was no runs off of 1 hit, no error, and 1 left on. We've now played a total of 5 full, and it's CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 4. here in the ball game here as we welcome you here. And looking at the line score, first of all, for CBC, 7 runs off of 12 hits, 1 error, 5 left on board. And Hannibal-LaGrange, 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on. Maxwell coming up to bat here. As Maxwell is 0 for 1 as he grounded out and was walked the last time. Belton, this will be his 22nd pitch coming up. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He will foul that one down toward the first base side and into almost to the parking lot over there by the fair center, just short hitting the fenced area there. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter here. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. That is going to be fouled off the roof of the area of the batting cages here at the ballpark. There's a lot of coverage there of the batting cage and also by the bullpen. Just a bullpen over here on the first base side. Here's the pitch. Ball just misses there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Just joining us, it's CBC 7, Hannibal-LaGrange 4. The pitch. And the ball just misses there. CBC scoring 4 of the runs in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, gets over towards the second baseman, throws over to first in time for out number 1.
Center fielder, Ethan Askew.
Well, that is going to be 4-3 grounded if you're scoring that one off. Askew coming up now to bat. He is 1 for 2. He grounded out and he singled last time. And looking in, he's got his sign. Here's the pitch. Ball. Strike being called there. Hannibal scoring a total of 3 runs in the third and 1 run there in the 5th inning, and that's where their 4 runs come across. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch low that time. No balls, 2 strikes here. And there is 1 away. Steps back into the batter's box here. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Looks in for a sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops it up. Going back at the left fielder. He has it for out number 2. And Garcia coming up now, the third baseman. He struck out and he hit into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 2 right now. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one down the third base side. No balls and a strike here. Steps back into batter and Garcia. Back foot almost towards the edge of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Strike, get to the corner there. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top half of the 6th inning of play. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top half of the 6th. Looks in. He's got a time being called by the batter for a second.
Got this still in. Okay.
And now resumption. Here's the pitch. Ball that gets away there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs.
Come on, Dylan, relax your hands, bud, go to work.
Looks in, there's a pitch. Ball that just just barely missed, if any. Very close to that call. Here's the 3-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strikes him out there. And that will end the inning. They go 3 up, 3 down. As we will take a break. Come back for the bottom of the 6th at CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 4. Here at the ballpark here at Bear Stadium as it's CBC 7, Hannibal-LaGrange 4. As we're getting ready to go to the bottom of the 6th here as there's the throw over to second. And it's another day back over to McDaniels. McDaniel is 1 for 1 here for the day as his first bat was a sacrifice. And later on, he had a hit and came around to score. So he looks in here. 81st pitch coming up here for their pitcher. Here's the pitch. Try catching the corner of the plate there. Bottom half of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Ball that just misses there. Looks in. Has his sign. Here's the pitch. Ball that just misses there. Or strike, excuse me, catches the corner there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And he will strike him out there. And back to the top of the order for Stasio coming in. And that was only his 2nd strikeout for the game that he's pitched today. Here's the pitch. All right, a high strike being called that time. No balls and a strike here. 1 away. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up and it goes out of play. No balls, 2 strikes here. Here's the pitch. Ball high that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back into the batter's box here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. Back in the batter's box now. Looks in. The pitch. Fouls that one straight back. Count stays alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. That's 30. And that's 3 strikeouts for this pitcher today. now steps in. Looks in for a sign. Here's the pitch. Strike being called there. No balls and a strike. Looks in. As a sign, here's the pitch. Ball misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Both outs today in this inning was strikeouts. As we're here in the 6th inning of play. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking at the bullpen for CBC, nobody's warming up right now. And no one's throwing over. High fly ball. And going for it's going to be the first baseman. If it stays in play, and he's got it, as he flies out first. And CBC goes 1, 2, 3. As we'll take a break. We'll be back for the 7th as it's CBC 7-4. Back here to Bear Stadium as there's the third throw to second as we'll start us off here as it will be Tolleson now coming up to bat. He was hit by a pitch at first and the first at bat, then he was also flown out and that was thrown into third for the double play, so he is 0 for 1 for the day. Do or die 7th inning here for Hannibal-LaGrange to keep this game going. Down by 3. Here's the pitch. Fry catches the corner there. No balls, 1 strike here. Again, we have 1 more game of this doubleheader today and 1 more game of this weekend series. Here's the pitch. Strike being called there. In softball, once again, the final score after 6 was CBC 11, Stevens 1. That's part of their game today. Looks in for a sign. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one away. Counted no balls and 2 strikes. Batter steps back into the batter's box here. Looks in, has a sign. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He pops that one up. Going back for it is going to be the right fielder for out number 1 there.
Shortstop, Ibarra.
Ibarra now to bat. Ibarra has grounded out. He has walked, and he has had a hit, so he is 1 for 2 for the day. Andorf is on deck as well. Here's the pitch. Check swing. And it will be counted as a strike, so no balls in the strike here. Steps back in, or back out for a second. Catcher He fits his mask back over his helmet. No balls and a strike here. Looks in, shakes it off the first pitch he sees. Shakes off another one. He's got what he likes. Here's the 0-1, the pitch. Right, catches the plate there. No balls and 2 strikes here to the batter. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away. Here in the 7th inning of play. Here's the 0-2, the pitch. Ground ball, that'll go foul towards the CBC dugout. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top half of the 7th inning of play. Looks in for the sign. He's got what he likes. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. He fouls that one off the first base side. Well, go again on the 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Looks in for a sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the pitch. And he strikes him out there. And that is his 3rd strikeout for this pitcher.
The catcher, Cole Ondorfer.
And Ondorfer now to bat.
Find a way, Cole, let's go, bud. Push him to the next guy.
And I have here that should be a total of 7 strikeouts for CBC pitching combined so far in today's game. 4 for the starter and 3 for this one. Here's the pitch. Right, catch to the corner there. No balls and 1 strike here. No balls, 1 strike. Steps back in. Checks for sign, he likes it. Here's the pitch. Foul tips it. No balls, 2 strikes. This could be their final strike here for the game today in this first game of the doubleheader, in game 3 of the series. Looks in. Taps the bat against the bag. Here's the 0-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. With 8 total strikeouts. Come back for the recap. After this, CBC is CBC 7 and 4 Hannibal-LaGrange. here in the game as once again our final score was CBC 7 and Hannibal-LaGrange 4. And looking at the breakdown of the line score real quick, as it was CBC scored 4 runs in the second, 1 run in the third, 2 runs in the fourth inning, while Hannibal-LaGrange scored 3 runs in the third, 1 run in the fifth. CBC had a total of 7 runs off of 12 hits, no errors, and Hannibal had 4 runs off of 5 hits and no errors. And looking at the final line score for pitching, it was Archie takes the loss to 2-7 as he goes 6 innings, gave up 12 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, faced 29 batters. Albert for CBC gets the win. He goes 2-3, gave up 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, no home runs, 18 batters faced. Belton came in and takes the save, his first of the season. So he pitches for 3 innings, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, no earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and 11 batters faced. Time of the first game today was 1 hour and 50 minutes, and a beautiful day for baseball. The umpires, Jay Moose was behind the plate, Steve Moore was at first, and Dwayne Clemens was at second, and that in between third. So once again, CBC wins game number 1, and we'll be back around 2:20 for game number 2, as we'll say so long for just a little bit at UCA's Bear Stadium.